During the winter, we get backpacks together and we put food, and, packaged food, and juices, and socks, warm cap, gloves, towel, toiletries, and we pack up all these. We'll do 30, 40 of them at a time, and people will put them in their cars, and as we see homeless people on the street, we give them a backpack. It's just a little way of making sure that someone has a warm hat, warm pair of gloves, and at least a little something to eat. Toiletries to get clean. Many of them take their toiletries and go down to the river and clean in the river, or they'll go to a public restroom. Sometimes when they don't have those, they just use the paper towels and just splash water, but this ensures that they have toothpaste, a toothbrush, soap, washcloth, and a towel. In the summertime, they're usually ball caps, again, all the toiletries, food, and we generally put in a lot more liquid in the summertime just because of the St. Louis heat. We just want to help make sure that they stay hydrated. And again, we do this on an ongoing basis. We do 30 or 40 of them. As they are depleted, we put 30 or 40 more together. So this is an ongoing process. A lot of the stuff that we put into these backpacks are donated, some inside Dharma purchases. The last issue that I'd like to speak to you about is an issue that actually is beyond the scope of inside Dharma. And it's probably beyond the scope of any singular Buddhist group, and that's employment for the homeless and ex-offenders. When you're homeless, it is almost impossible to even apply for a job because you don't have an address. Most employers won't accept applications without any contact information. But to get an address, you need a job. So what's a person to do? Ex-offenders. Most companies now do criminal background checks. And if you don't have a clean background check, you can't get hired. And especially if you have a violent offense or a sex offense. It is almost impossible to find employment. Many of the men coming out of prison, if they have time left on their sentence, they're put on parole. If you're on parole, there are facilities, state facilities, that you can home plan it to, where you can go and live. But if you've completed your sentence, what they call 12-12, and you're not on parole, you're just released. That's exactly what happens. You're just released. You're not given anything, you're not provided anything, you're just put on the street. And that person then becomes homeless. And finding a job for them is kind of a double whammy, because they no longer have, they don't have an address, and they have a criminal record. I bring this issue up because I think that maybe through a network of Buddhist groups, the entire Buddhist St. Louis community, that maybe this issue could be addressed by the larger network. I don't know. But it's definitely an issue that needs to be considered, because these people out here, they need an opportunity. And a lot of the state agencies aren't providing that. Again, I'd like to remind you that all the work that Inside Dharma does is strictly on a volunteer basis and through donations. So, all your help would be greatly appreciated. And with that, we're done. Thank you very much.